Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. My name is Jahidul and today we are going to discuss 10 important current affair topics and we are going to discuss these topics through MCQs. So today you will come across important current affair articles also and you will be able to solve some questions related to those articles. Alright. So the lead topic for today's discussion is Cali fund. So we will discuss about what is this Cali fund, what is the significance of this fund, right? And who this fund is going to benefit, right, from. So we are going to discuss all of it. And before that, let us quickly see this quotation. This quotation is very, very important. So it says, nature provides a free lunch, but only if we control our appetites. Okay, so here, this is a different way of expressing that nature has, everything for our need, but it does not have anything for our greed. Simply means nature can provide us free lunch, but if we control our appetite, if we want more than what nature provides, so we will be disappointed. And the thing is nature will not be having that much capacity to provide it to us, right? So you can apply this particular quotation in many different, different areas. You can apply it from for sustainable development. You can apply for, let's say environmental management. Lot of things you can apply. So this quotation is important for GS paper 4 and also for essay paper of the UPSC mains exam. And now let us quickly talk about some important programs that Lukmaan IAS is running. So this is GS Foundation batch. Lukmaan IAS is going to start our GS Foundation batch from 19th of May 2025. All of you who are planning to prepare for UPSC Civil Services examination, who are thinking of appearing in 2026 or 27, for you, the GS Foundation batch is going to be very, very beneficial, right? So the classes will start from NCERT. Okay, so initially pre-foundation lectures will be conducted to help you understand about the basic things related to all subjects, whether it is geography, environment and ecology, science and technology, polity, economy, history. For all subjects, let's say NCERT classes will be conducted initially. After then, the full-fledged GS Foundation classes are going to be conducted. And this particular test series, which is Panch Sutra test series, it is beneficial for those people who are appearing in this year's prelims exam, means prelims exam of 2025. By now, you might have gone through your subjects at least once. You may have taken some tests also. But this is the time that you need to take advanced level tests. So when we talk about Panch Sutra test series, so it is advanced level mock test. So every test paper is full length and questions are of UPSC standard. Alright. So first test has already happened on 22nd of February. Second will be on 29th of March. And for other tests, schedule is mentioned over here. This particular test series is highly beneficial because the questions are of advanced level. There will be faculties who are going to take discussion of, let's say, every test paper, right? So Lukmaan IAS faculties are going to discuss these questions also with you. And then those students who have gone through their GS Foundation and they feel that they need to improve their marks in GS paper 4, which is ethics, integrity and aptitude. So this ethics, integrity and aptitude is going to start from 15th of March 2025. Alright, so these are the 10 important topics that we are going to cover today. So first topic is related to Cali fund and this particular topic is important under environment and ecology. We will discuss in detail about it. Then we are going to discuss about cotton production in India. So basically it is related to agriculture sector or you can connect it with geography and economy as well. Alright, so we'll discuss about what is the status of cotton production for India, where India stands in the world in terms of cotton production. Then we will also discuss about how soybean is produced in the country and which country is the largest producer of soybean. So we are going to discuss about it. Then we are going to discuss about Kundi water harvest system. So it is a kind of water conservation system, water harvesting system. So we will discuss in which state of India Kundi water harvest system is practiced and what is the significance of it. Apart from this, we are going to discuss about a community of people and they are known as Pardhi community, right? So Pardhi community people, we will discuss about their nature and why they have been kind of notified tribes right? They have been included under, let's say, criminal tribes also by the Britishers. But we'll discuss about like what is their significance now. I mean, like, why they are in news. Then we will discuss about an kind of, organization that is recently set. Its name is Coalition for Environmentally Sustainable Artificial Intelligence. Okay, Coalition for Environmentally Sustainable Artificial Intelligence. So we will discuss about this particular coalition. We'll discuss like where it was set up, what is the motto of this organization, and we will discuss like whether India is a member of it or not, right? Then we are going to discuss about glacier ice algae. Okay, glacier ice algae. So I mean, like, this is a concept, I mean, like, which can be connected with geography. It can also be connected with environment and ecology. We'll discuss in detail what is glacier ice algae. Then National Geospatial Policy 2022. And finally, we will discuss about doctrine of separation of powers in India. Okay, so separation of power, I mean, like, separation of power between judiciary, legislative, executive and all. So we'll discuss about that. So let us quickly see this question first. Okay, so this is a question which is related to Cali fund. Why this fund has been established? This fund has been established to support the nomadic communities, to support the, I mean, like, agriculturists, to support, I mean, like, people who reside in the kind of, forest lands and all. So it says it is a new international fund which has been created to help protect biodiversity, okay, for the protection of biodiversity. So this fund has been established, and at least 50% of the fund's resources will be allocated to the indigenous peoples and local communities. This is also right. But this particular fund is not managed by UNFCCC. It is managed by United Nations Development Program and United Nations Environment Program. Okay, so these two basically bodies, right, will manage this particular fund. Okay, so this fund is to conserve, to protect biodiversity and also help people, right, who reside in those areas, I mean, like, indigenous people and local communities. So correct answer is 1 and 3 only, which is option C. Okay, option C is the right answer. So this is the newspaper article that recently featured. It says Cali fund launched at CBD COP 16. CBD means Convention on Biological Diversity. All right. Conference of Parties, COP means Conference of Parties 16 in Rome to boost biodiversity finance. Okay, so they have established a new fund and they want to finance, they want to provide money for protection of biodiversity, right? That's the thing. Now with this, let us talk about another question. This question is again important, and here we are going to discuss about cotton production. Okay, it says India is the second largest producer of cotton, accounting for 24% of global production. This statement is right. Second, it says India is the second largest producer of man-made fibers, okay, in the world. This is also right. Both these statements are right in this particular question. Okay, in question number 2, both these statements are right. Now let us talk about another question. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Why this particular topic came, I mean, like, if we talk about this topic, it says leader in fiber production but growth exports lagging. Okay, so like we are leader in fiber production, right, but we are not able to kind of, export it much. Okay, so that's why this news article came. Then we have another question. This question is related to soybean production in the world. Let us go through these 3 statements one by one. Soybean is major kharif crop that is harvested in September. This statement is right. It says India is the largest producer of soybean followed by the United States. This statement is wrong. Why? Brazil is the largest producer, okay, not India. Brazil is a country in South America, okay, it's the largest country in South America. So soybean could grow well in dark cotton soil with low temperature. This statement is also, this statement is wrong. So correct answer is option A, which is 1 only, okay, 1 only is the right answer. So this is the newspaper article that recently featured. It says, why are wholesale soybean prices so low and why hasn't procurement by the government helped? Okay, so wholesale price of soybean is very low. Government has tried to kind of, procure it, but like it still did not help. I mean like in increasing the price of soybean. Why they want to increase the price of soybean? So that farmers also get benefited for the efforts that they are putting, right? So we have this question is about Kundi water harvest system, okay? So Kundi water harvest system. So they have given two statements. So basically water harvest system means like water harvesting will be done in an area which is generally water is scarce. For example, a place where we have less water availability. What is the place? It is Rajasthan, naturally, okay? So it says it is a traditional rainwater harvesting system commonly found in the desert regions of Rajasthan, India. This statement is right. This system helps conserve water in arid and semi-arid areas where surface water is scarce. This statement is also right. Both these statements are right. Correct answer is option C, okay? Water harvesting system. You see, this is the newspaper article that featured. So Kundi, timeless sanctuaries of rainwater in the heart of desert. So amidst desert, they have created Kundi water system, okay, like that. So with this, let us now quickly move to the next question, okay. So we'll go to next question. So what is this question all about? We'll see, okay. Consider the following statements about Svalbard Global Seed Vault, okay. We are discussing about Svalbard Global Seed Vault. What do we mean by this? Basically, like this is a place where seeds of different types are kept together. I mean, like they are stored, right, to kind of protect the heritage of various types of seeds across the world. So it says the seed vault is owned and operated solely by the Food and Agriculture Organization. This statement is wrong. Why? Because let's say this is, I mean protected by the Norwegian country, okay. So we'll discuss about the organizations that are part of it. So Svalbard Global Seed Vault is managed by the Norwegian government in partnership with the Crop Trust and the Nordic Generic Resource Center. Okay, so that's why first statement is wrong. If we talk about second statement is also wrong. It says seeds are stored in vault and can be accessed by any country at any time in case of food scarcity emergencies. No, these seeds can be accessed only by those countries that have, I mean stored seeds over there. So it is accessible only to those countries, not to all countries, okay. Correct answer is option D. So this is the newspaper article. It says Arctic Doomsday Seed Vault gets more than 14,000 new samples, okay. They have received huge number of new samples there. So we have question number 6 now, and this question is very important. It's about a community which is Pardhi community. It says consider the following statements about Pardhi community, okay. So which of these statements given above is or are correct? We have been given two statements. Number 1, it has historically been a settled agricultural community. This statement is wrong. Why? These people have historically played role of hunters, okay, hunters. I mean under Britishers or under Maharajas, they were the hunter people, okay. So they were not traditionally settled agricultural community, okay. It is primarily found only in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. So these statements are also wrong because they are found in Madhya Pradesh, okay. They are found in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Right? So both these statements are wrong. Correct answer is option D in this question. You see, activist lawyers oppose Madhya Pradesh government's order on tribal surveillance. Okay, so government of Madhya Pradesh, they have said that these tribal people must be surveilled. I mean the government authorities must go and identify where the Pardhi community is residing and also have a surveillance over them. Okay, so this has been widely criticized by lawyers and activists, right? That's the thing. Consider the following statements regarding Coalition for Environmentally Sustainable Artificial Intelligence. Okay, so this initiative was launched by the United Nations Environment Programme and the International Telecommunication Union with guidance from the French government. This statement is right, okay. And this was not first announced in COP15. Basically, this was announced in AI Action Summit, okay. It was announced in AI action summit that has happened in Paris, France. Okay. Decarbonizing economies is one of its primary objective. Okay, decarbonizing economies is one of its primary objective. This is also right. Correct answer is option B, which is 1 and 3 only. So it says how 4 AI coalitions are powering sustainable AI progress. Now we have another question, which is question number 8. We'll discuss about this question. It says, which one of the following best describes the features of glacier ice algae? Okay, features of glacier ice algae seen in the news recently. So like darkening glacier surfaces leading to increased melting rates. Okay, what is happening? Glacier, we know, I mean like they are full of ice cover, and then on the surface of those glaciers, if algae is there, so darkening happens. When darkening happens, more ice melting happens. Okay, because like they kind of tap more heat. Okay, and it leads to more ice melting. That's the thing. So how glacier ice algae accelerates Greenland's ice sheet melting? Okay, so this is a kind of question. Now we have another question, question number 9. We'll go through this question. It says, in the context of National Geospatial Policy 2022, consider the following statements. So we have 3 statements. How many of the above statements are correct? Okay, 3 statements. So the Ministry of Science and Technology is the nodal ministry of the policy. This is right. This is correct. One of the goals of the policy is to generate high resolution bathymetric geospatial data for deep sea topography. This is wrong. This statement is right. Operation Dronagiri under it is to demonstrate the real world applications of geospatial technologies to enhance governance. So only 2, means like 1 and 3, statements 1 and 3 are correct. National Geospatial Policy 2022. So this article was in news, so that's why we have taken this question. Now we have another question. Okay, what this question is all about? It says, consider the following statements regarding the disqualification of elected representatives and the doctrine of separation of powers. Okay, so recently Supreme Court of India has given direction, and the central government has kind of opposed to it. Central government has submitted its own submission related to this. So that's why this question has been asked. Okay, take your time to read this question, and then we will discuss this question in detail. All right. So it says that the Supreme Court can impose a lifetime ban on convicted politicians from contesting elections under Article 142. This statement is wrong. Although Supreme Court has expressed its willingness for it, but the thing is like, imposing lifetime ban is, let's say like, only Parliament can do. Parliament can make legislation, law in that behalf, or maybe the Election Commission of India can think of doing this. Okay, but the thing is like they will be able to do only if an act or a law is in place. All right. Second statement, Section 8 Clause 1 of the Representation of the People's Act 1951 mandates disqualification even for imposition of fine. Okay, even for imposition of fine for certain offenses. Okay, certain categories of offenses. This statement is right, partially written, because like that section is very long. So that's the thing. The Election Commission has the power to remove or reduce the period of disqualification of a convicted person under Section 11 of the Representation of People's Act 1951. Okay, this statement is right. Okay, but this statement is wrong. It says the doctrine of separation of power is explicitly mentioned in the Indian Constitution under Article 15. Okay, so it is not explicitly mentioned. Article 50 is part of directive principles of state policy. So there they have mentioned that the judiciary, judiciary must be made separate from other organs. Okay, so the doctrine of separation of power is not explicitly mentioned. Article 50, which talks about separation of the judiciary from the executive, is a directive principle of state policy, and it is not enforceable. In a court of law. So that's why option B, which is 2 and 3 are correct. Okay, option B is correct. So government questions plea for life ban on convicted politicians, says penal punishments are finite. Okay, penal punishments are finite. So this is the thing. Someone has approached the Supreme Court of India. They have sought that there should be lifetime ban on convicted politicians. Okay, so this is the thing. So that's all from my side for the day. Thank you so much everyone for attending today's session. I hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you.